Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. Rob Z with you today. I have a very special guest, one of the men on stage at LIT, Blair County Convention Center, February 28th, Mr. Michael Depiro.
Hey.
Depiro.
He has Depiro. Yes, I am here now.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem at all, Rob.
Thank you for being a part of the conference.
Yeah, I'm really excited for LIT. This is an awesome opportunity for this area, for people in general to grow their business in 2020, learn new styles and methods to improving their online business and their general business, I think this is a great opportunity. So I'm
no doubt.
excited.
It's going to be awesome. And I'm really excited to have you here today because you're going to talk about something that I love talking about. Infotainment or edutainment, however you want to say it. It's people that have never heard that term. Like, what is, because you can see it right now in the text.
Yeah.
What is infotaining somebody?
So infotaining is when you're actually informing them, but you're also entertaining them. So kind of like the sample where you introduced me and I just happened to slowly levitate up from behind the desk.
I mean, you're also a magician, too.
I am also a magician, yeah. But, that's infotaining. It's giving something to people that is outside of the ordinary within the content. Because you get people and businesses that post their generic, oh, I made these fresh pancakes today. Come to my pancake house and buy these pancakes.
Yeah.
That's not really entertaining. Slap pancakes on there while throwing some syrup on them and some strawberries and blueberries and everything else and say, come to my pancake house. That's infotainment. You're informing them on your product, but you're also entertaining them to get them to do something more. Mm-hmm. That's the idea behind this.
And I think anybody out there who watches any content online has been infotained in some way, shape, or form to be attracted to that person that you're following. So what advice would you give to somebody? So they're trying to make content, right? Mm-hmm. And making video is daunting in the first place. Now you're throwing a concept in their head that is like, all right, so I not only have to give them information, but now I also have to entertain them. That can cause anxiety. It's like, I don't even know what to do now. And where do I start?
This is where entrepreneurs need to learn that they're not just entrepreneurs anymore. They're entrepreneurs and content creators now. So they got to be able and willing to create some unique content that stands out from the rest. So for example, if you're having trouble thinking of ideas to, promote your video or your product, type in a hashtag on Instagram, type in a hashtag on TikTok or something like that, and see what other people are doing within that realm. Like if let's say you own a boutique or something like that, mm-hmm. and you use hashtag boutique, type in hashtag boutique and see how other boutiques are actually entertaining, infotaining their customers.
Yeah, and a big piece of that is what I find a lot of businesses do is they'll find other local businesses like them and see what they're doing. I advise against that big time because I think you need to go to the people who are really successful. They have 100,000 followers. Mm-hmm. They're really crushing it. Those are the ones you want to learn from. And that way you're not watching your local competition and trying to compare yourself to them. You're watching somebody who's really killing it, really doing having a huge impact on social media, and then do what they're doing. Exactly. Because you want to go to the top.
Mm-hmm. And you want to make it unique to your business, your brand. And it can be done in any type of business. It can be done in any type of work that you do. Like I was just meeting with a guy today who he installs windows. I'm like, you know what people love to see? They love to see the DIY videos. Mm. So if you put up your camera, towards a house that has a window in it, speed it up a little bit, showing you drilling out that window, pulling out the window, installing the new one, and fixing the siding and making it look pretty. People will stop and watch that video because they love to learn what's going on. So even making it a DIY, if you're like going back to the boutique, you want to show off a new dress or how to style someone, style them up and put some nice music behind it, and you have a way to not only inform them, but you also have a way to entertain them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what you're really trying to do is you're trying to create that brand awareness. You're trying to create that content that are going to get people to come back and engage. And if people see that others are engaging with your content, it's like, wow, they must be doing something right. They must be doing something good. Mm-hmm. I'm going to check them out. And then they make a purchase.
Yeah. And people are going to connect with you, the person, more than they're going to connect with your business. Yes. Right. And I always kind of go back to that. Of course your business can attract people. Of course your business can have a brand of its own that feels alive, but people want to be connected to other human beings.
They do.
They want to make sure that there's a person behind it that actually cares and has a passion for what they're doing. And I think right now, especially with the social media world we live in, that is what attracts people. That's right. What gets you to actually stay and communicate with somebody and to get engagement with somebody. You know, if you have a comment from a company, that's one thing. But if a comment comes from an actual person, you're more likely to engage with it and interact with it.
Right.
And I think another piece of this that, and I'm not sure if people use this or not. I did this in a video a couple of days ago. There's a great add-on for Google Chrome called Keywords Anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So you were just talking about typing in #boutique.
Yep.
Keywords Anywhere is another great one. It'll go into Google. When you search a keyword, it's going to give you on the right-hand column like hundreds of other options for what people use that keyword with. And you want to talk about ways to find content ideas, way to find big influencers who are in your industry. That's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, and if we're dropping names like this, we should start getting these sponsorships right away.
No doubt. I don't know who's filling the checks out, but that'd be awesome if it happened like right now. We need a GoFundMe set up.
Yeah, set it up right now.
So at Lit, right?
Yeah.
February 28th, Blair County Convention Center. The link is above here, getlitcon.com. If you bring 5 or more people, you get $20 per ticket. That's over 50% off per ticket. And you're going to be there as, you know, the website guru, the website expert, a social media expert. Tell us what you're going to bring to the stage.
So I'm going to be talking on how you can improve your overall web presence. Even if you just have your standard website, I'm going to show you how to make sure you have everything that is Google compliant, make sure your navigation is set up the right way, how to reduce bounce rates, that general stuff on your website. And then I'm going to take it over to the social media side, talk a little bit about improving your posting on social media, what makes a better post, how to hashtag properly, when it is the proper time to hashtag, and what platform to hashtag on. And we're also going to cover TikTok, which is another amazing social media platform that not a lot of people have, taken advantage on a business aspect. They haven't really looked at using TikTok to brand their business or amplify their content. Which TikTok is an amazing platform that you could literally open an account today on TikTok, post a video that's 30 seconds long and have hundreds of views today without ever, doing much or even putting a hashtag to promote it. TikTok is an amazing platform. The way that their algorithm is set up, where people can constantly see new content and what people are posting, it's a great platform for people to be on, especially businesses and brands.
I'm glad you're talking about these two things. These are two things that I don't really do that often. Hashtagging is something that I'm more attuned to. We'll just run some Facebook ads or some Instagram ads. The hashtag, to me, has not been something I focused on all that much. And also, TikTok is a platform that I downloaded, found myself getting lost in it, and deleted it because it was just I could feel it taking over my life within a span of 30 minutes.
It will take over your life. I get on it and I'll be stuck in a loophole for days, just scrolling, being like, wow, all of these people.
I know, it's craziness. So I think those are two really important things. So let's cover this, because even for me to understand, because why hashtag? I've gotten away from hashtags. I stopped using them. I used to try to overthink my hashtags, put too many into my post. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what, instead of trying to sit here and mull over which is the best hashtag to use, just release the freaking post, Rob. Just do it. But you're a big hashtag fan. So.
I am. I'm a big hashtag fan, mostly because you literally don't have to pay for any of the advertising that you utilize in hashtags. Like, you could create a post today and get hundreds of likes just by selecting the correct hashtags and never spend a dime on it.
Now, in a local market, when you're trying to get people into your local brick and mortar business, is that still just as effective?
Yeah, because you can create your own hashtags that help pack that punch. And if you promote that hashtag, you're creating your own community within your community. So if I said like hashtag Depiro Entertainment or Depiro Designs, everything that I do or everything that's involved with me, hashtag Depiro Designs, hashtag Depiro Entertainment, have other people utilizing that same hashtag. Not only is it creating a hashtag community on Instagram and TikTok or Twitter, wherever you might be utilizing hashtags, but it's also creating a local community to follow you. And you can see when you type in your own hashtag, who else is utilizing my hashtag, Like if I'm a retail store or a sporting goods store and I'm hashtags sporting goods store, Who's wearing my clothing? Who's wearing and buying my brands? Get people to utilize that hashtag every time they buy.
Yeah.
Throw incentive in there. Hashtags are I think the best form to organically grow your social media, no matter what platform you're on. Now, there's some platforms like Facebook you don't really utilize hashtagging. Yeah. Twitter, maybe 1 or 2 hashtags. But for platforms like Instagram or TikTok, hashtag that up.
Yeah, no doubt. And I do agree with you. And you saying that makes me think, man, I got to get back on the ball. And LinkedIn, too. LinkedIn is big on hashtags now as well. So, and let's talk about TikTok, because a lot of people, including myself, feel there's too many platforms already. I'm spreading myself too thin across all these platforms. Like I said, I downloaded TikTok. I stopped using it almost immediately. Right. I knew that I was going to go down a wormhole that I was terrified of. Yeah. Just because of the time it would take me and the obsession I would then have. But luckily, you've taken the obsession on for yourself. You can tell me exactly why.
You and everyone. So I look at TikTok
what is if people don't know, by the way, because we're on Facebook here, what is TikTok?
TikTok is a social media platform similar to Instagram, similar to Snapchat.
Vine.
Yeah, it kind of like connects it. It used to be called Musical.ly, and then it became TikTok. TikTok is a great platform because it's very easy to use. The video editing software within TikTok's platform is phenomenal, and it's a very easy to use platform. Even if you don't have a lot of time to learn a new platform, you could get on TikTok and start creating TikToks today that generate traffic. It's like that. It's insane. A perfect example is I have looked through TikTok, and there's this one TikTok account. It was created by a 76-year-old man. And all he does is sneak around stealing donuts from people. The doctor said he's not allowed to have donuts, so you know what? Every one of his TikToks are going around stealing people's donuts.
What is it with old men not listening to doctors? That's a big question in itself.
I don't know, but he has over 160,000 followers. Yeah. Just from posting videos of him stealing donuts. Now imagine utilizing a big brand like Sheetz, who has great donuts. And they have an open box of donuts, and you got this old man just coming in taking those donuts away. That's powerful marketing. It might not seem like it, but the way that our world is today in social media and content creation, that would go viral. It just would, just because of how funny and innocent it is. You don't see a lot of older people getting into those things, but TikTok is a platform that I'm noticing. It's not just for the young. I see young, old, middle-aged, everyone is on TikTok and utilizing it in some way.
Except for me. Maybe I do need to get on it. Then.
Right.
Maybe I'm too old.
Get up with the game. No. I don't think that's the case.
No, it's a time thing for me personally. But I think that, you're right. And if somebody is watching this and you have a business, or you just started something, you have a side hustle that you're doing, and you're focusing on trying to pick a platform, because whenever I do seminars, I'm always encouraging, hey, when you're just starting out, pick one platform, get really good at it. Yeah. And then you can add on more. So if they're watching this and maybe they're struggling because their Facebook isn't going the way they want it to, Instagram, YouTube, why would you suggest TikTok over all of those other platforms to be the one?
It's so easy to start on TikTok. As soon as you log into TikTok, you're already immersed with thousands of videos of people that you're not even following yet. It's just a random algorithm that's showing what is for you. And as you start to use it, it'll pick up on your behaviors and things that you like and stuff like that. But it's such a random platform that you're able to get on there, start posting today, and create an entire brand with, hundreds of impressions right out the door, just getting to your profile. And if you're smart about it, and you actually, let's say you're advertising something like this, and I'm sitting here talking to you holding this drink, and I'm being funny and quirky, and I also post that on my TikTok, it'll generate some type of, engagement. It'll generate, wow, what are they doing, And then you throw some music behind it, because you can add music in there. They have 15-second clips that you can throw in there. It's all seamless. It's all very easy. I actually would suggest, if someone hasn't started their Facebook or started their Instagram yet, maybe try TikTok first, because it's actually a little bit easier to utilize than Instagram and Facebook. So maybe if you're just getting started and you want a way to grow following really quick, get on TikTok.
I was just talking to a guy over the weekend. He's about 60 years old. Okay. He's an artist. from Pittsburgh, and he was telling me how he was just setting up his first Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
And how it took him like a week just to set it up and get it going. And I was thinking, it dawned on me, and I think this is an important thing. Like when you're in these fields or in this world for a while, you forget how daunting it can seem to first launch something. Mm-hmm. To first get your platform rolling, to even find out how to set it up, to get your cover photo right, to get your profile pic right, to get your description right. Like there's so many pieces. I'm choking for some reason. There's so many pieces, and a platform like TikTok might be an easier way just to slide in and get rolling and start creating.
Right. And if, like I said, if you're smart about it and you actually take some time to think about what you want to post and you put some thought behind it, you know, you're going to capture more attention quicker. And the cool thing is you can create your profile. You can link your Facebook to the profile. You can link your Instagram to the profile. You can link your website to your TikTok profile. And you know, you can still utilize hashtags on there. And at the same time, you're utilizing the infotaining part where you're educating them, you know, feeding in, information, and you're also entertaining them because they're sitting there watching you do something out of the ordinary. Right. And that's really what drives that content today. A lot of content creation, a lot of people think like, oh, I got to think so hard about content creation. And it's really simple. It all starts with, you know, your product. If you sell a tangible product, or even if you just sell a service, you can come up with a creative method to promote that. You know, I do website design and digital marketing. I could go on there and just talk about, you know, crappy websites all day, show visuals while green screening myself behind them, because TikTok has those capabilities. Really what it is download the app, look at all the awesome things that the app offers, and just start creating. Yeah,
and that's one thing I always push too, is like if you want to start making video content and it makes you nervous or it's daunting, you gotta start doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's the hardest thing to do and the easiest thing to do. What am I gonna create? What's it gonna be about? What am I gonna focus on? How am I gonna get people to engage with it? You're gonna have too many questions in the beginning. You just have to dive in and just start doing it. And I could not emphasize that more. And I know a lot of local business owners who have just started doing that. My friend Emily, who's out in the Cove in Martinsburg, she has a boutique she set up. Perfect. And she's making videos on a weekly basis, and she's getting traffic into her business because of the videos. And I just encourage her. I was like, hey, you're young, you understand your product, you have a passion for it, you have purpose, because her purpose is like, you know, items of clothing and products that are recyclable.
Right.
She doesn't use plastic in her packaging. She has like a real purpose beyond just the clothing to what she does. Right. Talk about that mission.
Yeah.
And now if you have a business where you don't have a purpose, that's a big problem. There's got to be something that comes from inside of your heart that is it's about you and something you're trying to give back to the world, right? And that could mean a million different things. But if you don't have that, I find it makes it a lot harder to create content around your product because you don't even truly understand why you're doing it. And that's a big piece of it.
Yeah, you need to have that passion. You need to have the want to create it, because we live in such an amazing world. Like it is a great time to be alive. You know, it's a
rare time.
It is there's not a easier time in the world history that I know of to start a business.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you have a smartphone, it doesn't even have to be a smartphone of this caliber. It doesn't have to be the newest iPhone Max, whatever it might be. It could be 3 generations behind. As long as you have access to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Shopify, a website building platform, you can start your business online today.
Yeah.
If I wanted to get into retail sales and start selling backpacks, I could find a supplier on Shopify, go on Shopify, create my store, very simple, you know, connect a app like Orblo or something along those lines where you have drop shipping features, and create an Instagram, start selling today, you know. Order a backpack for yourself. Get a model, local model.
Get some of your friends to model.
Take some pictures with this awesome backpack, you know. And
it's funny you say that. My brother and I at one point a few years ago actually started the dropshipping company on Shopify, where we were selling backpacks and backpack related items.
Great.
Drop shipped from Alibaba or AliExpress.
AliExpress, yeah.
And saying all this, we're making it sound very simple. There are steps involved, but the point is, like, even if you're thinking about starting a business, and that's why I want everybody watching this to come to lit, whether you are the business owner or you're the employee, or if you're an entrepreneur who's been in it for a while or just starting out, or you just want to like start a side hustle of something you're passionate about on the side to make some extra income, or just to live out the dreams you've always wanted to live out. You can go online and use other people's products, upsell them.
Right.
You get paid, they get paid, somebody's getting a good product, and you never have to touch anything. You don't have to touch the inventory.
You don't even have to you don't even have to ship it out. Like it's insane. Like I get so excited about it. I have to calm myself down.
There's and that's what I got with TikTok. I get to that point. There's too much possibility. We've gone from not having enough possibility and it being too much of a struggle, and the barrier to entry was too great, to now that's all just gone, and now there's almost too many opportunities where you're like, well, where do I start? What do I go with? And that's the crippling thing now. Not like I have to have all this information to get started. Now it's like, oh my God, I could do anything. What am I going to do?
The hardest part now is deciding what your niche is. You know, like what's that one thing that drives you more than anything else out there. And really it comes back to, you know, you do have to do some of those old traditional methods. You know, like if you're starting a business, it's always wise to start with a business plan, write out a full-fledged idea of what you want to create. Even if you don't know what the product is, it all starts with you just starting to create it. And the product will come. You'll be laying in bed, or you'll be getting up in the morning and getting ready, doing your morning routine, and then before you know it, it's like, sandals. That's what I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell sandals. Like, and who would think? There's a market for that. There is.
I'm going to sell duck underwear. You know, like, I mean, that might sound ridiculous, but there is literally a niche for everything online, and that's the crazy part.
And there's so many people in our world that you're really only trying to capture the 1% who are going to buy something like this. And through social media and developing community and infotaining and utilizing hashtags, you can create something without spending thousands of dollars to get started. You could literally start your business today for less than $100.
Yeah, it's insane. So listen, if you're thinking about coming to Lippy, you're on the fence. Like, what is this conference gonna bring me? It's gonna bring you many different things, and I can cover all that in a second. But as far as what you're talking about here, Michael, when they come to the event and they see you on stage, what's something they're gonna get from you they could leave with? As far as something they could execute, they could use to, you know, they could put it into place, they could put it into action almost immediately.
How to better their overall digital presence, overall like website, overall social media, just kind of how to overall better their online digital strategy. They're probably already working. A lot of the people probably coming in have websites or something, but there's little things that people don't even think about. I'm a web designer and, you know, a programmer, so I think of these things outside of the box, and you might not. You know, like, a lot of people don't realize that you need to secure your website, or Google docs you and they won't index you on their platform. You know, so if your website's not secure, you might not be appearing high in search engine optimization because your site's not secure, and Google knows that stuff. You know, those are the types of things that I'm going to talk about and show you how to correct and fix.
And you're a wealth of knowledge, man. I'm really happy to have you on stage, and also as a sponsor for the event. So thank you for that as well. And,
no problem.
And I want to say right now, if you're watching this and you're like, well, this event sounds interesting, but I have to work that day, right? And how am I going to go? Because it's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on a Friday, last Friday of this month, February 28th, at the convention center in Altoona. I would go to my boss, and this is what I'm suggesting. Like, this is an opportunity for not just you to grow, but for your business to grow, for your boss to be there and understand why this is important. So I've set it up. If you buy 5 or more tickets, each of those tickets will go down to $20 each. That's over 50% off each ticket, because it would be great if 2 people came together. That'd be great. Then you can share the information and hopefully bring it back to your business and implement it. But say you come with a couple of coworkers and your boss, and a sales rep comes. Now everybody's getting the same information. You guys can brainstorm at the event. You're going to have a chance to network with the speakers on stage and everybody that's in the crowd. And everybody that's in the crowd also is looking to grow and to expand and build. So everybody there is going to have the same mindset of growth and getting better at what we do. Not just like trying to make more money, but actually having a purpose for what you're doing, actually to know what your mission is, and to be able to accurately tell that and depict that in your content to get people, whether it's your content online or you're advertising on a billboard or TV ad or radio ad or whatever. This isn't just about digital. This is about your business in general. So bringing your team with you, so you guys all have the ideas. so the message doesn't get lost in that game of telephone where one person goes, gets the info, and then tries to relay it to everybody else, and by the time it gets to somebody higher up, the message has been completely lost. I would love to see a lot of teams there from businesses, and I'd love to see, because you're going to walk away from each presentation with actionable steps that you can implement into your business. And you know, even if you're thinking about, because one of the biggest things I found, and I'm sure you found this, you've employees. I have a part-time employee, so I haven't really stumbled upon this as much, but people are really right now struggling to find good employees that stay. You either find people that you don't necessarily, you're not super excited to have them on board because they might not fit all the requirements that you need, right? So and they might leave really quickly, or they might not be executing your job that you gave to them as well as you want them to, right? The job that you've given them, they're just not pulling it off the way you want them to. Or you find the perfect person for that position, but maybe you can't pay them enough, and maybe your the culture of your business is not in a way that makes them feel like they're valued enough and they want to stay. And I think that is one of the biggest things, at least locally, finding those people that are right for your company and then getting them to stick around and stay with your company. And that's something we're really going to focus on at the event. I know it's a big issue right now.
Yeah, this conference is going to deliver a lot of amazing information, even like down to the speakers who are, like you mentioned, the speakers that are going to be on stage. Like, you can find them in the community. Like, even after the event, this could be a wealth of opportunity for you to, you know, extend a hand out to these speakers and work with them on a local basis, because they're right here in town. They're the State College, Altoona area. Is anyone else coming from out here?
We have one guy coming in from Story Brand from Atlanta.
Oh, okay, cool.
But that's it. But Story Brand in itself, let me make sure I spell this right. I can't do two things at once. Story Brand in itself is an amazing platform that I think any business, any person could implement. Story Brand is just, have you read Donald Miller, Building a Story Brand?
I have not yet, but I'm going to have to take a look at it.
Phenomenal. So this guy, Wes Gay's coming, and he is an affiliate for them from Atlanta. He's going to blow your mind. And I guarantee, in the most simple way possible, of using the classic hero's journey of any movie and implementing that into your brand story so that people understand what you do and why you do what you do. Okay, so Wes is going to be on stage. He's going to be our keynote. Jack Zerby. So Jack, he helped build it. He was the lead designer for Vimeo back in the early 2000s. He's actually my brother-in-law, and he's going to talk about software, app development, that sort of thing. Myself, I'm going to be talking a lot about, you know, how to become an expert in your industry, and also like the purpose, the passion, which I've already talked about in this video. Like, what is the purpose? How can you serve a bigger meaning with what you're doing, and not just trying to make some money. Like, you're trying to do more for people, and more money will come.
And that's excellent, because this LitCon is your brainchild. Like, this is something that you're working on and you're building. Like, that's excellent. Like, what better way to learn than from someone who's just doing it right now?
I didn't think of it like that, but that makes sense. Hannah Baker's going to be there, you know.
Oh, yeah, Hannah, she's great.
So Hannah's got, like, you know, over combined maybe 85,000 followers online, over 60,000 followers on YouTube. I mean, she just kills it, and she's going to have amazing advice for you. Angie Yazilitis, who has been doing business strategy, marketing strategy for decades. She is excellent. Ray Overdorf, who, if there's anybody that I've learned more from at this event, Ray is the guy that, probably the reason I'm putting this on is because he's been mentoring me for a couple of years, and we've built such a great bond together, and he has helped me to understand that I understand social media. I get digital marketing, but I didn't understand traditional marketing. I didn't understand traditional leadership, and Ray really taught me a lot of that, and that's why I want to have him on stage, because he is going to rock. He's just going to blow your mind with the amount of information he has, the wealth of information.
You know, as Ray is to you, like, that was our other speaker who's going to be there, Ken Pash. That was Ken to me. Like, Ken is just a wealth of traditional knowledge and business leadership and growth, and he really helped me, you know. When I was first starting my business, he gave me the idea. He's like, what's your value proposition? How do you build onto this business? Like, he really helped put me in there too. Like, so even like speakers like Ken Pash who are going to be there, that's great knowledge there.
Ken is amazing. You actually introduced me to him, so thank you for that.
Exactly.
Michael's going to be on stage. Sam Evans, who graduated from Penn State last year. Sam is in the service-based industry right now. He has a junk removal company out of Harrisburg, and he's doing really well, and he uses social media really well. And he's also going to talk on the value of if you're starting out trying to figure out what your first business is going to be as an entrepreneur, why is the service industry such a good model? It's usually low cost. There's low commitment from you at the beginning, and there's a lot of opportunity out there to make money and have success. And then Micah Marshall, who runs Refuge Youth Network. And Micah's going to come in, not Michael, but Micah is going to come in. And he's going to talk about really, he works with teenagers. So when you talk about TikTok, he understands millennials. He understands Gen Z so well. And that's one of those markets it's really hard to understand and to communicate with. Yeah. And then on top of that, he's all about purpose. He's all about value and changing somebody's life, not just selling the product, but actually changing their life. And I think that's something that I focus on the most is like, I don't just want to make somebody buy something. I want them to have a different feeling when they walk away. I want them to have better information for their life when they walk away from
lifted. They want their spirit to be lifted. Like this is valuable information, and all these people that we just mentioned, they're all really good at what they do. They're all very informative, and I think they're going to, if anything, close the office that day. Come on into Lit, because this is a work day in itself with all of these amazing speakers.
Well, and listen, man, it's leap year, okay? We're doing this event the day before leap day. So tell your boss, hey, we get an extra day this year?
Yes.
Why shouldn't we spend that day at this leadership conference? And that's kind of my thought is like, boy, if I'm going to be going to an event and I've got an extra day in the year, what am I going to spend that extra day doing?
Right.
When it comes to business, it's during the work week. It's on a Friday. How much work do you really do on a Friday anyways, right?
Yeah, close the office early.
Yeah, shut it down. Come on in and learn and have fun, too. Yeah. That's the other part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of great prizes are going to be given away. We have tons of great businesses giving huge prizes out at the event, and to the sponsors also. So you're also going to meet great people from these sponsors. So ABCD Corp, they are the partner sponsor for the event. I can't thank them enough. Steve McKnight, thank you so much. Matt Fox for having us as the partner sponsor for this, because I love what ABCD Corporation does. I love what First Frontier does.
Oh, they're great.
Whitetail Design, so all the design for the website, and also just the commercial and stuff I ran is my friend Adam Buck. So he's a sponsor at the event. I'm very grateful and glad to have him there. KIZ Resources, John Harrell and the whole crew, which if you're looking for accounting, if you're looking for, you know John, right?
Oh yeah, John works with me on my business, and they're great. They're great to work with. Accounting, if you're looking for tax credit information, huge. Like it's awesome. Like, jeez,
definitely. I should have him on stage.
Yeah, I know. It's like, why isn't he a speaker?
It's tax season, so it's kind of hard to get order.
Yeah.
Startup Alleghenies. Yeah. Stuckey Automotive. You're gonna get a chance to rub elbows with the whole Stuckey crew. Steve and Nancy Sheets. So some really high-level people in the audience as well who are just going to be hanging out, taking in the information. Ben Franklin Technology Partners, Copyright, Keller Engineers, Impact Productions, Blair Gastro, and of course, Depiro Designs, Depiro Entertainment.
Hello.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
This is great.
Website, getlitcon.com. You can buy your tickets right now. I would get them now so they don't sell out and you don't miss on your opportunity to be at the event. And also to plan a little bit ahead. You don't want to go in the last week and say, hey, boss, can we go to this event this Friday? Like right now would be the chance to drop that on them and to implement that to make sure it happens.
Yeah, we're like, what, two full weeks away?
About 2 weeks. This Friday will be 2 weeks away,
Okay, so time is running out.
And there's going to be, like, as far as the crowd goes, you can expect to see at least 200 people, if not more, because tickets keep selling, and it's going to be a really cool audience. I can't emphasize that enough. So before we sign off, we're live right now on Facebook, so let's look here as we stare at ourselves. I threw the question up, like and comment with the social media platform you use the most. Now, we are on Facebook, so I think people are probably going to say Facebook. We got Facebook, we got YouTube, which I couldn't agree more with. I love YouTube.
Yep.
Let's see, Facebook. What's up, Micah? Facebook. What's up, Ty said hi. What's up?
Hi.
Long time, how you been? Yeah, so you ask, Kate threw out Instagram. All right. Nobody said TikTok.
Yeah, no.
So I was wondering if I would see that on there.
Well, that's where, like there's an opportunity. When opportunity's knocking, you got to take it, right?
That's right. Absolutely. So if you're watching this, make sure you leave a comment for your chance to win that gift card, and we'll see you on the 28th at the Convention Center.
See you on the 28th. Thanks, guys.
We got to do this awkward thing now where we walk around us off the camera. So
well,
I don't know how to avoid that.
Okay.